Bro, I can't. Why are people so evil, bro? So one of you guys asked me to check out the case of Junko Furuta. I believe that's her name, right? I really don't want to butcher it. And when I when I um when I like read the name, I thought I remembered something about that. And I'm pretty sure I don't know. Like I have a vague memory of that name, and well, we're here today checking this out. I saw that Stephanie did a Korean version of the Junko Furuta case. I don't know if she did the actual case. I can't find it. I don't know what happened, but there's a video that I saw and it says the Junko Furuta case in complete detail. There's something about that name gave me eerie vibes. I let's go. This video is brought to you by Sebastine's Patreon. Not only is this page packed with exclusive videos, 800 plus at the time of this recording to be exact, but it also comes with a couple tiers. If you'd want to subscribe and support this growing community, click the link in the description below, and thank you for everything. Now, let's get back to the video. The videos on this channel tend to revolve around crimes, horror, and strange, often disturbing stories. If you find that kind of thing disturbing, please reconsider watching this video. Okay? If this video is found to contain a mistake, the correction will be listed. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Jesus Christ, that just scared the shit out of me. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Holy fuck, dude. Yo. I thought I was safe because it's daytime. What the hell? Shit.
Common suggestions to make a video about, and one of the most common questions on Q&As that I get is, what is the most horrific case I've ever heard of? It's a case that I'm sure a lot of you have heard of by now, but I'm not sure if you've
What the hell is that? Is that hair?
Ever heard about it in complete, gruesome detail.
Yo, what?
This is the story of Junko Furuta,
Hello.
widely considered to be one of the worst crimes ever committed in human history. So for the love of God, please don't watch this if you're sensitive to extreme violence, especially of the sexual variety. Trust me. Junko Furuta was a young woman who was born in Misato in the Saitama prefecture of Japan. Her family consisted of a mother, father, an older brother, and a younger brother. She attended high school at a school in Saitama while working part-time at a plastic molding factory after school.
Oh.
She was saving up for a big graduation trip she was planning. She was all set up to start working at an electronics store after she graduated.
Oh, cool. She had a plan.
She was fairly popular and well-liked by her classmates. She had great grades and was hardly ever absent. She was active, attractive, and attracted a lot of attention, which made some people jealous.
Is this real footage?
She didn't drink, didn't smoke, and definitely never touched any drugs. This made her seem very lame in the eyes of the thugs around the school.
Hey, I just want to say, if you don't do stuff like, bro, I'm gonna keep it P. If you don't drink, smoke, or touch any of them type of drugs, don't let nobody try to bully you into or like, you know, peer pressure you into doing it. I'm gonna be honest. I drink sometimes, and I don't like the feeling. I may do a little puff pass. It's only because my leg is just always in pain. But like to seem cool, if you want to actually seem cool, just be yourself. Just be clean cut, and just if that's you, fine. Like there's nothing wrong with taking care of your body. Like there's literally nothing wrong with it. Don't let nobody else try to pressure you into ruining something that possibly, because you never know what can come from that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do it, just don't do it, bro.
The Yakuza wannabes.
Don't do shit to me.
One of the boys in this group was named Hiroshi Miyano. He actually developed a bit of a crush on her and wanted to get physical with her. He proposed this and she refused. Hiroshi was a pretty big bully in this school, one of the only ones actually involved with the younger members of the Yakuza at the time. Usually, nobody dared defy him. He couldn't believe that Junko actually had the gall to turn him down.
People like that really piss me off. Like, why? Like, I'm just trying to, like, why do you, how do you have so much audacity to think you're owed some pussy? Like, that's so weird, bro. That's so weird. Like, what the fuck? Ew.
Hiroshi did not take this well at all.
That's
He
some
couldn't
bitch
believe
ass
that
shit.
anyone would ever reject him.
That's
He
some
took it as a
bitch ass
complete
shit,
and
bro.
total insult. He got together with a few of his wannabe Yakuza buddies and they all hatched a plan to get revenge on Junko.
Get revenge because she denied you her. I'm just trying to figure out how do you have this mindset? Is this learned behavior? Because I would never even think of nothing like, be quiet. I would never even think of nothing like that, bro. I've been rejected a lot of times in my life. It's But I'm not taking it as an insult. Like, what the fuck? Like, people have the ability to say no to you. Like, I don't understand. Like, what the fuck? That's
They
so
would get another
weird.
one of their friends to attack Junko, and then Hiroshi would come to the rescue. After he won a bit of her trust, they could take her wherever they wanted. On
Huh?
November 25th of 1988.
Wait. So the plan was. Wait. So you're trying to get revenge on her. Wait, did I hear that correctly?
And then Hiroshi would come. He got together with a few of his wannabe Yakuza buddies, and they all hatched a plan to get revenge on Junko. They would get another one of their friends to attack Junko, and then Hiroshi would come to the rescue. After he won a bit of her trust, they could take her wherever they wanted.
So but bro, I thought this was like the plan was to have do like a fake attack, and then he comes in, swoops in, and then boom, he's able to get her number or something, or I don't know. But the plan was the nigga comes to the rescue so he can attack. Wait, what the fuck?
On November 25th of 1988, Junko was riding her bike home from her part-time job when an unknown boy attacked her and knocked her off of her bike. The boy who liked her, Hiroshi Miyano, was conveniently across the street while the whole thing happened. He came to Junko's aid and scared off the random boy.
Okay.
He then offered to escort her home.
Okay.
Everything seemed to be going as planned. While Junko didn't actually trust him, it seemed better than the alternative of possibly being attacked again. She didn't have any idea that Hiroshi harbored any sort of hatred towards her. She wouldn't have imagined that he would be planning anything like this. Hiroshi took Junko into an abandoned warehouse.
Okay. See, nigga, what the fuck? See, I can't imagine to live with I can't imagine to live with like the imminent fear of a man possibly or any random just men just possibly attacking and assaulting you. Like I this is why I like to be as sensitive as possible to people who have these these experiences, because it's like, yo, that like that type of fear is honestly justified. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Shit like this can happen. There's little girls, women who go missing. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is insane. At an alarming rate, it is insane. Let alone that even happening here in other countries. Shit like that is like something like this being something that can possibly happen in a place that you're living. I can't imagine the type of fear that is just in the I.
and revealed his Yakuza connections to her. He then took his time raping her over and over.
Oh my gosh! You're not gonna censor the word. Damn.
Then he took her to a hotel. In the hotel, he called his friends, Joe Ogura and Yasushi
God.
Watanabe.
Why is
From
his
then
face
on,
blacked out?
he and his 3 friends took turns assaulting her.
What? Why? Because she rejected you. Niggas is weird, bro.
Unfortunately, this was not their first time doing this, as they had just recently done it to another girl in the past few weeks.
So these are serial rapists. And y'all doing this as if like y'all getting together for just a time with the boys. That's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. What the hell? Ew. Ew.
They decided that they were having
Ew.
far too much fun to just set her free again.
Huh?
There was also the possibility that she would call the cops and tell them what happened, and they couldn't have that. The next morning, Hiroshi took Junko to a nearby park, where Joe, Yasushi, and a 4th boy, Nobuharu Minato, were waiting.
Huh?
They learned Junko's address and used it to threaten her, telling her that they would kill her entire family if she tried to get away.
Bro, what the hell?
The 4 teenage boys then took her back to Minato's parents' home, where they continued to assault her. This is where, for 42 more days, she would be held prisoner.
Slum. How do you... What the Bro. Bro. How? 42 days. How? How is it? How? Where are the parents? What about the teachers? What about Junko's friends or any, like, how is she able to go missing for 40 something days? How? What the fuck, bro?
On the 3rd day that Junko was missing, her parents were dealing with the police, trying to get her found. Knowing this would happen, the captors made her call her parents and tell them that she had run away and was staying with a friend.
Nah, that's conniving. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I don't know too much about the Yakuza gang, so is this the type of shit that y'all on? Huh?
Safe and sound. She was forced to ask her mom to stop the investigation.
No.
They held Junko captive in the bedroom, forcing her to pose as one of the boys' girlfriend. It didn't take long for the parents to realize that this was a lie. Eventually, they dropped the whole girlfriend act altogether, as it was very clear that they weren't going to get in any trouble.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm saving my fucking daughter. Like, nah, bro. I don't trust no nigga, son. I don't trust no nigga. Where the fuck is my daughter at? I understand, like, if like the daughter like runs away and stuff like that, like I guess I can understand that because I technically ran away from home, but it's like, wait a minute, like do parents not get that type of feeling in their stomach? Like, hold on, no. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I don't really know too much so to talk about it, but it's like, what the fuck? Where is my daughter at?
Immediately after arriving at the home, the boys forced Junko into becoming their toy. They beat her relentlessly and raped her countless times a day, often taking turns. They were proud of what they were doing, regularly boasting to their friends that they had a woman trapped and ready for their personal use.
First off, what type of friend group do you have that all of you motherfuckers is bragging about this? How d- Niggas are so fucking nasty, dude. So nasty, so fucking nasty, bro. This shit is some bitch ass shit. This shit get me mad, son.
They invited a load of their friends to come over and have their way with her. In the first few days, at least
And none of you niggas was, and none of y'all was like, wait. So nobody here said, hey, this is fucked up. Let her go. You niggas is nasty. What type of conglomerate of people are okay with shit like this? These are like-minded individuals. You can't even, I don't give a fuck if you came in and didn't even touch her, didn't even put a hand on her. If you were in that room, son, you're liable. Cause what type of shit? What type? You can't, like, what type of, bro? This is
30 of them raped her, and at least
30.
100 knew of her imprisonment. Even women were invited to come see the spectacle.
I genuinely don't understand how, like, were these women trying to seem cool to these niggas or something? Like, just to seem that y'all down? First off, I'm not a woman. I'm hearing something about this. This is disgusting. If I get invited to some shit like this, cuz one, I'm gonna be offended. Because one, why do you think I would even be okay with this? Two, I don't how I just get, how do you get this type of mindset, dog? Like, who teaches this shit? Something about this just seems like it goes past just this animalistic type of shit. Like, this is nasty. This is fucking disgusting. And you women, no.
With a young girl even being invited to come over and see the prisoner, who then took a pen and doodled on her face. By the day 7 mark, Junko had been already completely stripped of all of her humanity.
Oh my god.
She was forced to be naked at all times and was constantly beaten and humiliated. They would shove her into the freezer for hours when they were bored with her, only pulling her out when they wanted to assault her again. Nobuharu Minato's brother and parents were living in the same house that she was being held in.
Okay. All right, bro. Like, how does this shit? How is this shit? How does this happen? What the fuck were the parents doing? How do you, like? I'm trying to figure. How do you hide someone in your house and like nobody notices? I got all these people coming through. Just first of all, I'm not having all these fucking people coming through my house. I'd think some shit's going on. Like, why is it? I don't even like people over my house like that. Secondly, why? Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, were there signs or something that some shit was going on? Because how do you have a girl captive in the basement? What the like? Were the parents not home? Like, I don't like. I just can't wrap my mind around it, bro. It's just a bunch of layers of fucked up.
His brother did nothing aside from informing him that Junko might die at this rate. His parents were afraid to intervene as they had seen Nobuharu's violent nature firsthand.
Y'all was afraid of y'all son. So y'all, so y'all let this innocent girl die and just get completely embarrassed, stripped of all her like, because you were afraid of your. I'm not gonna lie, gang. I'd be damned if my child scares me in my house. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Nigga, what, bro?
They also knew of his association with the Yakuza and feared of their possible retaliation.
What?
And most disgustingly, they worried about losing their good reputation in the community.
Nigga, fuck your. I don't get it. How do you have bad? What do you mean you're scared of losing your reputation? The whole world knows this. Your reputation is fucked regardless. There's a girl in your basement. There's a girl in your fucking basement. And one, I don't know how powerful the Yakuza is. I do hear that name a lot. So we're not gonna talk about that. Just so what I'm guessing is that like shit like this happens for real. Huh? Like shit like this happens for people would retaliate if you called the cops on some inhumane shit like this. I'm getting a little tired of this trying to keep the family name pure. Like what the like do you like do people not like what is your thought process? You don't want to be seen bad in the community, but guess what? Shit like this is going to get out. This is going to get out. And now you worried about your fucking name? Your name is tarnished. Like, like I don't like what the fuck, bro.
After about 10 days of this torture, Junko's body was already starting to fail her. Because of the ongoing, endless beatings, so much blood had accumulated in her sinuses that she could no longer breathe through her nose. Her digestive system was also beginning to refuse food and water. If she attempted to eat or drink anything, she would instantly vomit. This also led to severe dehydration. Anytime she would vomit, her attackers would get angry and beat her even further.
Why do you like? How do you do this to somebody? How do you do this to someone? Nigga, we not even 10 minutes in this fucking video and I'm tearing up, bro.
A vicious cycle that had no end in sight. When the nights got even colder, she was forced to sleep on the balcony of the home in extreme cold temperatures, sometimes near or below freezing. Eventually, one of the men that the attackers would invite over to the house to see Junko would go on to tell someone else about her, his brother. This brother of his ended up informing the police about what was going on at the Minato house. 2 officers were soon dispatched to go check things out.
Thank you. Somebody has a fucking heart. It's already too late, first of all. It's been 10 days. And one, it's just a layer of inhumanity, bro. Like, that shit be fucking with me, son. How can people be so fucking evil? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Like, you, first off, you are so nasty that you will do this. You will have friends who are down with this shit like that. And another level of fucked upness, you will tell somebody else about this and be proud of it. Nigga, things that make me proud are simple. The first time I was able to dunk a basketball, I was proud. What? Being able to learn how to cook good, I'm proud. Niggas like this are proud that they are just this is like you are the lowest. I don't like you can't even classify no shit like this.
Minato's parents came to the door. When the police explained the situation, the parents simply responded that there was no girl in the house. The police took it at face value, thanked them, and left.
So like, do they need like a warrant to see this? Because this isn't just a random like tip. I'm trying to understand, like, if I get a call and I'm in a police department, I'm not gonna be in no damn police department. So this is hypothetical AF, but I would like to think, if I get a call about someone being locked in a basement, that has been locked in a basement for 10 days, being brutally assaulted, beaten with an inch of her life every day, literally outside of the fucking house on the patio or balcony in freezing cold temperatures. If I get a call, I'm not going up to the house and having nothing at face value, because first off, I'm thinking like, this girl's been here for more than a week. So that means the owners of the house know this. So that means if we go up to the house, we are probably going to get, hey, there's no girl here. What the fuck do you think it's going to be like? Hey, we got a word that there's a girl here. There's no girl here. All right. Y'all have a good day. What? What? So what I'm expecting is like, these police officers thought that they would confess this shit.
Without ever bothering to check even a single detail.
That's fucked up.
After 20 days of torture,
20 fucking
Junko
days.
was rendered completely unable to walk.
20 fucking
She had
days,
had
bro.
lighter fluid poured on her legs and set on fire, leaving her with severe burns. Her
Please tell me that these people are either dead or in jail. Please. Y'all lit this girl on fire. Y'all lit this girl on fire.
legs had also been targeted so severely during the beatings that they were left with severe muscle damage. She was unable to grip anything with her hands anymore, as they had been smashed with dumbbells to the point where her bones were crushed and her fingernails were shattered.
How can you sit by and watch? How can you sit by and watch this shit, bro? How are you, like, I wouldn't even if I was a gang member, I wouldn't want you in the fucking gang, bro. That's not right. That is some shit that literally a criminal would be like, yo, what the yo, you're wilding, bro. Like, I don't. Oh,
Some nights later, the attackers got more rowdy than usual and ended up drinking too much. Junko took this as a chance to try to escape.
they did all this shit sober.
She crawled down the stairs from the bedroom and reached the phone downstairs. She picked up the phone and began to call the police. The phone rang, and an officer picked up. Just as she was about to speak, Hiroshi came up behind her and grabbed the phone from her hands. He put the receiver to his ear and said, "I dialed by mistake," hanging up the phone. She was then pulled back into the...
How do you dial 911 by mistake? Where the fuck, bro? This. I couldn't bear to be a parent and this shit happened to my kid, bro. To my daughter. Like that is some that I wouldn't want to live anymore. I'm not, nah, bro. Cause like, what the fuck? Like, people are this evil in this fucking world. I I feel like I would either like end up not being here anymore, or just being a complete crash out and targeting anybody who's on timing like this. Like, just I. Mm.
Bedroom. She was in complete terror as she would obviously be severely punished for this. And she was correct. They punished her by holding her down and taunting her by waving a candle's flame all around her. Then they covered her entire body, mainly her legs, in lighter fluid and set her on fire once more. Afterwards, she started convulsing. The boys told everyone that she was faking it and set her on fire once again, only to put it out shortly after. Somehow, she survived. From this point on, she began begging her captors to just kill her and be done with it. They wouldn't grant her that favor. After being set on fire, they discovered a new way to torture her. The boys would hold her head against the concrete while the others would jump on it. One can only imagine what kind of pain.
It just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting fucking worse. We haven't even reached the 10-minute mark. I've been looking at this shit for 30 minutes. I am fucking I
And damage this would have caused. After about 30 days, Junko was no longer able to urinate properly. She had suffered severe damage to her genitals after they had been burned with cigarette lighters. She also had various foreign objects inserted into her, many sharp and jagged. Even fireworks had been inserted into her. The fireworks were not limited to only one orifice, as they were also inserted into her anus, mouth, and ears as
please tell me that these people are dead or under the this is what when this happened, please, I swear I have a feeling, because I vaguely remember this story, that the people that did this went free. I'm like slowly gathering memory of, just, I guess, notes or something, because I'm angry. I'm so fucking mad. I want to break my whole fucking setup. I am so mad, bro.
well. She was left with eardrum damage so severe that she was nearly deaf at this point. Her hands and feet were so damaged that she could hardly move. At best, she could crawl. It took her over an hour to crawl to the bathroom. A later report showed that her brain size was greatly reduced by this point in time. Due to her hellish appearance, the boys no longer found her attractive.
All this because she said no. All this because she said no. All this because she said no. I, you can't tell nobody just say no and everything is fine, because you got some shit like this in your mind, bro. You literally have something like this in your mind.
They used the same strategy again to abduct and gang rape another 19-year-old woman while she was on her way home from work.
I can't. These people don't deserve life.
During these 44 days of hell, Junko Furuta was forced to withstand the most unspeakable torture and suffering that a person can imagine.
I'm shaking.
Some of what was done to her includes being raped many times every single day, day and night, in all orifices. More than 100 men are believed to have raped her by the end. Sometimes she was raped by up to 12 different attackers in a single day. Constant humiliation. She was forced to be left naked most of the time. Many of the men who raped her also urinated on her. She was forced to pleasure herself in front of the attackers for their entertainment.
This is the type of you can never come back from this. You can never, ever, like, the fucking all of you who are involved in this shit, all of you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm even putting the police at fault too. Because why the fuck? Why the fuck is the shit that kills me is just like they went to the house and just said, "Oh, okay, y'all have a good day." Like everybody, hell.
She was beaten physically every day. She was beaten with golf clubs, iron rods, bamboo sticks, and various other objects. She had dumbbells dropped all over her body and her head stomped against the ground, face first.
What type of rage do you have in your heart to go to the lengths of this? You ain't human, bro. You not human, bro. You not human. Fuck that. Fuck that. You is a fucking animal. Even bro, like you, I don't even know what like I said before, you can't even classify no shit like this, bro. Like this is disgusting. This is even more. This is more worse. I don't even have the words in my vocabulary to to speak on this. I honestly think, bro, I'm gonna start cursing, like just cursing or speaking in tongues or something, because this shit is disgusting, bro. Like I can't.
hot wax poured all over her face with a focus on her eyelids.
What the
Her
fuck?
eyelids were also burned with cigarettes and cigarette lighters. She was violated with a long list of various objects shoved into all orifices, including but not limited to bottles, both broken and unbroken, iron bars, scissors, roasting needles, chicken skewers, and more. She was given only the strict bare minimum of food and water. At times, she was forced to eat cockroaches and drink urine.
So none of these motherfucking girls that were here could even look at this and be like, "Oh, that's how you treat women?" Like you have no type of humanity or empathy that you can think that these motherfuckers would do this shit to you. Because why? You're a part of the gang. You a part of the gang. You down. You want to draw on the girl face and shit. Like this shit is a fucking game. Y'all are doing this to somebody. Y'all are literally doing this to somebody's daughter, to somebody's baby, to someone who didn't even fucking deserve it. The thing about it is like, say that motherfucker that started all this shit tried to hit on you and tried to get in your pants, and you probably were not like, you probably weren't even feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you tried to let him down easy. You try to let him down in any type of nigga. Fuck that. He would do this shit to you too. Like what?
She had fireworks put into all of her orifices, leaving damage and severe burns. She had her left nipple ripped off by a pair of pliers. She would be tied up flat on the floor and had dumbbells dropped all over her body. The drops on her abdomen were so hard that it caused her to lose all control of her bowels. She was hung from the ceiling and used as a punching bag. She was shoved into a freezer and kept there for hours at a time. Her eyelids were burned with hot wax and lighters when she closed her eyes in fear. Her breasts were stabbed with sewing needles, the needles often being left inside. Her genitals were burned with cigarettes and lighters. She had a hot, lit light bulb inserted into her vagina and moved around until it shattered. By the end, she looked like a completely different person after all of the damage. It was hard to even make out her facial features. Her body was severely damaged and crippled, and she smelled as if she were already rotting. She was continuously heavily bleeding from her genitals from all of the abuse. She wheezed heavily, struggling to breathe from all of the blood accumulated in her sinuses. On day 40, January 1st, Junko woke up to New Year's Day alone. She spent the day begging to be killed, completely unable to move. 3 days later, on the fateful day of the 4th of January, the boys challenged Junko to a game of Mahjong solitaire and to play. Somehow, even in her condition, she
How?
won the game.
How? Bro, her will to live, like, after, this is horrific. And I hate that I have an imagination that can visualize shit like this. I I I can't move, bro. I can't move. I can't speak. This is the worst story I've ever heard in my life. Like, this is the most disgusting thing to happen to someone. And she didn't even deserve it, even in the slightest bit.
This infuriated her captors, who treated her to a severe beating with an iron barbell, and then poured lighter fluid all over her arms, her legs, her stomach, and finally her face,
I'm so
dumping
sorry,
lighter fluid
Junko.
even into her
I'm
eyes.
so sorry, Junko. I'm
Then
so
they
sorry.
put a candle to her face, igniting it all. She weakly attempted to put out the flames, but didn't have the strength to do so. This final torture lasted for a grueling 2 hours altogether. Already having been in a horrible condition, Junko went into shock and finally died the following day. Minato's brother called him within 24 hours to inform him that Junko had died. The boys all rushed over to the house in a panic, fearing what would certainly be a life sentence.
Bro, y'all don't even qualify for a life sentence. This is straight firing squad behavior. Like, what? Like, you shouldn't, bro, you shouldn't be in society. I'm not gonna lie, the dude in the bottom left corner, that smile or whatever the fuck, it's pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. It's really pissing me the fuck off.
Or even a death sentence. The boys started to freak out.
How are y'all? What the fuck did you expect? What did you expect? What did you expect? You did. I just can't fathom that somebody is so fucking disgusting, so nasty, so evil, and so stupid. After 40 something days, did y'all think she was gonna live forever while y'all doing this? And now the oh, we're fucked moment kicked in after all of this shit happened.
But they came up with a plan. The captors then put her body into a 55-gallon oil drum and filled it to the brim with concrete. A small bit of Junko's long hair was poking out the top
Bro, 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 bro.
of the concrete, something they apparently didn't notice. They disposed of the barrel at a construction site in Koto, Tokyo. Seeing that place now, you'd never imagine something like this was buried there. There was originally a good chance that the police would never find out who did this. There weren't any clues to go on. Luckily, Hiroshi is a moron. While he was being questioned by the police 2 weeks later involving their recent gang rape of the unrelated 19-year-old woman, he got confused and thought the police were talking about Junko, as the cases were so similar.
How the fuck do you just you were this you do this so much that you get confused with the raping? I have no words. I'm honestly just I can't fathom any of this, bro.
and thinking that one of the other boys must have already confessed, he spilled the beans. He realized his mistake, but it was already too late, and he told the police where they had hid the body. Joe had already been arrested for another unrelated sexual assault case. He was quickly also arrested for Junko's case as well. The other boys were then arrested within the next few days. Later, the drum was finally opened and the concrete was broke open, revealing Junko's long-deceased body in a nightmare-inducing, horrific condition. Junko's family was notified and told of what happened to her in detail. When her mother heard the details of what was done to her, she fainted. She ended up in a long-term stay in a psychiatric hospital. An autopsy was performed on Junko, revealing the true horror of what had happened to her. Small bottles were found still stuck in her rectal cavity, and it was revealed that she was pregnant, although the damage to her uterus was severe. Her face was so completely mutilated that she had to be identified by her fingerprints. Being that they were juveniles, the court withheld the names of the 4 captors. But journalists from Shukan Bunshin magazine were able to find out exactly who they were and published the names of all of them.
Good.
Stating that they were inhuman and therefore didn't deserve human rights. Yep. Nobody really contested this. As we know, they were Hiroshi Miyano, 18 at the time, Joe Ogura, also 18 at the time, Nobuharu Minato, who was 16 at the time, and Yasushi Watanabe, who was 17. All 4 of these monsters were caught and sent to trial. During each trial, it was pretty common for onlookers to pass out upon hearing the details of the case. Even with all that they had done, they didn't really show any semblance of remorse. And despite all of this, they received extremely light sentences for such horrific crimes.
I need a break. Fuck that. I'm not taking a break. We're gonna thug this out. I have no words. Junko, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to the bottom of my heart, bro. Like, isn't this not embarrassing for this country that y'all let shit like this slide and give them a light sentence? Is this shit not embarrassing? Is this not embarrassing? Like,
they were actually still being tried as juveniles, but after much backlash, they were changed to adult status. Still, after being upgraded to adult status, they received unbelievably light sentences. Something that, to this day, continues to enrage people who hear about this case. The boys, somehow, were not charged with murder. Instead, they received a charge called causing bodily injury resulting in death. In Japan, the juvenile court system is far more focused on rehabilitation rather than punishment.
you can't rehabilitate people that do something like this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, what?
Something that you'll remember if you saw my Yukio Yamaji video. Usually this means that juveniles will end up getting relatively very low sentences. Hiroshi was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Minato got a 5 to 7 year sentence himself. Watanabe got 9 years, and Joe got an 8-year sentence. One sad thing is that these monsters actually received even lower sentences than that at first. They were only increased to the still low amount after an appeal. It was so low that some people even questioned if their Yakuza ties were to blame for this. By the time of this recording, every single one of the 4 boys is out of jail and living free. 3 of them were in jail for less than 8 years. Hiroshi, the ringleader, was sentenced to 17 years originally. He tried to appeal, but as kind of a fuck you, the judge actually upped his case to 20 years. The same thing happened to two of the other boys, and after seeing enough, the fourth boy decided not to try to appeal. However, they all ended up getting out long before those sentences were actually up. And I bet you're wondering if they continued to commit crimes after they got out of jail. Well, let's see. After Nobuhara Minato got out of jail,
I really don't want to hear anything about these guys, bro. This shit get me mad. Like, it's not even getting me mad. Bro. I'm fucking shaking, bro. I can't. These niggas, how the fuck, how the fuck you? Bro, I can't, bro. What the fuck?
he changed his first name to Shinji. He did this for obvious reasons. In 2006, he got married to a woman from Romania and had a daughter together. They soon divorced, and the wife ended up with custody of the child. Minato couldn't stay away from murder for too long. He was eventually arrested again for the attempted murder of a businessman. The man had noticed Minato staring at him, to which he asked, "What are you looking at?" Minato came over and punched the man. The man then got out of his car and a fight ensued. It escalated to the point that Minato took out a baton and beat him severely. As the victim tried to get back into his car, Minato slashed his neck with a knife he had hidden. The police were called at some point and they rushed to aid the victim. In the chaos, Minato escaped. He was soon caught and arrested. He denied attempted murder, saying he only intended to beat the man. The case is ongoing. Joe Ogura was released in August of 1999. He also ended up changing his name to Joe Kamisaku. He actually had the gall to brag about his role in the kidnap and torture. His father had vowed to give their entire life savings to Junko's family out of shame. But Joe ended up taking this money and using it for himself to live a fairly extravagant lifestyle. Joe's mother wasn't much better, as she actually vandalized Junko's grave.
All right, fuck, bro. Shit, I can't. Why are people so fucking evil, bro? Hurry up and finish this fucking video. I need to hurry up and end this fucking video. Hurry up and end this shit. Just hurry up and end this shit.
Saying that it was Junko who ruined her son's life. Joe actually managed to find some women to date him. He ended up marrying a Chinese woman, but the marriage didn't last too long. Afterwards, he started dating another woman. He went back to prison in July 2004 for 7 years for beating a guy he thought was luring his girlfriend away from him. He had kidnapped and beaten the man for 4 hours. He proudly told the victim that he had killed before.
Yeah, it looks like this rehabilitation was a success, huh? Fuck.
And would do it again. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. But in 2009, he was once again free, and he is still free to this day. The ringleader, Hiroshi Miyano, went right back into his previous gang activity immediately after being released from prison. He was arrested for fraud at some point after this, but didn't see jail time for it. Right now, it seems that he's living a fairly normal life. Some might even say a good life. He is a regular patron.
The fact that people can do something like this and literally live on to have a life is baffling to me. It is so horrible that someone can do something so inhumane that they get a second chance at life. That is horrible. That is terrible. That is disgusting. That is, insert phrase here. Insert some type of phrase here. And the thing that kills me is like these monsters are able to forget about it. Like I'm at this point, cuz How? How?
Train at a local kickboxing gym and appears to have a normal social life. As of now, Yasushi Watanabe is the only one of the four boys who hasn't been arrested since. Because of that, it's not really known what he's been up to. Since the investigation first started, the police have been able to get DNA from the sperm and pubic hairs found in evidence to link several more criminals to the crime, including two men named Koichi Ihara and Tetsuo Nakamura, both of whom were
There's over 100 people, bro. He only caught about like what, 6? That means all these people are probably walking free, living regular lives. And Junko was not like y'all really like completely. I don't like, how do y'all get a second chance at life?
arrested, and there are probably many others who have not been revealed to the public. It is unknown if they will all face any sort of charges. Time will tell.
Fuck you.
So there it is, the worst case I've ever heard of. I get this question a lot, and it's just always this one. There are a couple of others that come kinda close, but it's really hard to top something like this. I mean, you've got the brutality, the length, the scale. I mean, just... So asking if you like this video seems a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, no
So
shit.
if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps me out. Although I doubt this video is going to really be pushed, but nah.
It's very heartbreaking to know that literally half of the world's population probably has thought of something like this in terms of like being afraid of stuff like this, because you really like, you honestly, you can't say shit like this is impossible to happen, because the impossible is very fucking possible. And the fact that literally there are men in this world who literally cannot take no for an answer, and like just do it, just keep it. I just can't fathom it. I really can't fathom it. And this story was literally the worst story I've ever heard, bro, because I don't. It's worse than disrespect. It's like worse than the worst term you can use for this story. It's like worse than that. I might like, this is really fucking with me. Like I need to just take a mental break or something, because I can't. Rest in peace to Junko. Of course, you did not deserve it. And these people, it's like, all in all, it's scary that people like this exist, and it's like you don't even know who it is. And the fact that it came up to like 100 people involved, and I just don't understand how you give them light sentences. Like I don't get it. I'm pretty sure. I I just find it hard to believe that there literally is a fucking term for this, and it was causing bodily harm that resulted in death. That's what the is that really what the court ruled, that 44 days of hell is it, and that's what it that phrase is what it all leads up to. And the fact that there is a Korean version of this, Rotten Mango, I some people can never be saved. Some people can never. Some people just don't deserve redemption. You don't. I honestly don't think you do. Lord forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I can't. I how like I need to go lay down. I need to take a break. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh my god.